Well, we're in the middle of Devon this morning in an old grain store in a farm where the farmer's given up and he's decided he's going to rent his shed out to a man with a vision, a man who wants to build a boat, a man who has built a boat. This is Mike's yacht, 50 odd feet long. It's strip planked, built in the modern way to build a wooden boat and sheathed with glass. Very, very, very strong boat indeed, and very beautiful too. The amazing thing is that this guy, he's not served his time as a boat builder or anything. He's just decided he's going to build himself a yacht. He grew up in London, near the docks, in the days when the docks were still operational. He saw ships coming in and out. He wanted to go to sea, cross the Indian Ocean on a merchant ship, and decided this was how it was going to be for him. He looked out for yachts because he thought that was the best way to have his own boat and do his own thing. He did a bit of yachting, quite a lot actually, until he found out the sort of boat he wanted. And then he went along to Ed Burnett and asked him to design a yacht for him. And Ed is an old friend of mine. He's passed on now and was very, very much missed. But he was the man if you wanted to have a boat in a traditional form that was going to sail beautifully and that was going to look after you no matter what the weather. I think in 50 years' time, Ed's boats will be absolute classics. They'll be very sought after. Ed's name will stand alongside the greats like Harrison Butler, Linton Hope, Warrington Smythe, the great English designers of wholesome, traditional, beautiful boats. And Mike's really caught it here. He's got it absolutely right. The quality of everything that you see is quite remarkable. And he's done the whole thing with his own hands. He's got a mate, young Danny, who's helping him out, but he's done it all. He even cast the keel himself, and he was telling me just now about the experience he had casting the keel. He built a frame of iron, I think, or steel to pour it in. He put 2 tons of coke underneath it and he flashed it all up with a load of propane torches until the heat was intense, and then the lead started going in. Some of the lead came legally, I'm happy to say, from an ancient church or a cathedral. I forget which now, but it's 12th century ecclesiastical lead. So God is with this boat absolutely from the beginning. And the heat became so intense when they were casting this lead that actually the iron started to deform, and they had to toss sand on the fire to just bring it down, get the heat down. But they succeeded and they cast the keel. And that's been the story really. They've just done a magnificent job. Look at these fittings here. They're unbelievably lovely. And Mike didn't just go to somebody who makes fittings and say, there you go, cast me some fittings, this is what I want. He produced a group of men who were able to do this. One guy cut them with a magic cutter. Somebody else did the bending. A chap down at the university, I think, did the welding, and the welding is so good you can hardly see where the weld is. It's incredibly good. And then somebody else polished them up, and Mike project managed the whole thing. He's in charge here. He's getting it right, and it's a marvelous thing to see what a man can do when he sets his mind to it and finds himself a wonderful shed to do it in. It's just terrific. So this has been a nice little stopover for me. I'm actually on passage to Mylor now, down on the Falmouth Harbour, where I'm going to give a lecture tomorrow. But I had to come down a day early and see this because I'd been in touch with Mike and we knew it was going on. Isn't it a great thing to be involved with boats and the men and the women who build them, put them together and sail them on the sea? There is nothing under the heaven that's quite like it.